Okay, guys, I'm going for my walk today. I want to tell you a little bit about my story. The kids aren't with me, but I want to tell you a little bit about my story. I started YouTube because I wrote a book and I just want to share my life experiences and what I've been through. I felt I could reach people more and it can help encourage others on how to navigate things in life when you have obstacles and when you have things going on. In 2020, I got shot in the head. After I got shot in the head, I wrecked my car into a house and he hit a gas pipe. Two of my kids were in the car. A guy accidentally bumped his car. I don't know. I think I was having a panic attack, like anxiety attack. That's when a lot of things was going on in my life. My marriage was going bad. I was having a little problems with my teenager, my daughter, at the time. I had a 1-year-old, and then I had a horrible husband, and I was pregnant. So I decided to take a friend to a store, and I was trying to get out. And the way that the parking is horrible. A lot of people have got experience with a lot of violence. A lot of people have got shot at the store that I was at. A lot of people got hurt at the store that I was at. And I'm pretty sure it was due to parking, road rage, and people under influence and don't know how to handle confrontation. So, the park was all messed up. So I accidentally hit somebody's car, and then I tried to go park. I started panicking. I trying to go park because my baby was in the car and everything else. So I got to try to go park on a different side and get information because the guys that was up there was acting kind of, skeptical and guns and all that. And I'm not into all that. I wasn't raised around that stuff. So I freaked out. I panicked. And so I accidentally bumped into his car and he started shooting. He got a gun and started shooting in the back of my car. And that's what happened. My 1-year-old was in the car. My daughter, who's now 18, was in the car. They found him, last year? And it happened in 2020. They said he initially got arrested for it. They caught him. He got arrested for it. And they let him out on bond or something. How can your bond be so low when you shooting at somebody? He shot at my Jeep 11 times. I hit a gas pipe in the house that I wrecked into after I blacked out when I got shot. And I hit a gas pump. And they were like a gas something in the house. And I say 10 minutes. If I wouldn't have got out within 10 minutes, I would have been a goner. Would have blew up. I was worried about my children getting out more and more. My daughter, my 1-year-old, she was in a car seat, guys. She was in a car seat. I paid a lot of money for this car seat. By the way, I want to tell you guys, please, when you put your kids in a car seat, even though it's cold, unbutton their coats, unzip their coats, take their coats off. Because my 1-year-old at the time, she was buckled in, but she flew out of her car seat, up under her seat. My 15-year-old flew up in the front, thank God for that, because she probably would have got hit with a bullet too. So I'm going to court, and this guy think he can get off on probation. And he said he has remorse, and he didn't know that it was a woman and kids in the car. That's not the purpose. That's not the principle. The principle is that you handled conflict in a violent way, and all you could have did was just, hey, I want some information. I want some insurance information, blase, blase. This because I was going to go park until I heard somebody say, get a gun, shoot that BIT section. I flew off. I flew off the hinges, and he started shooting at my car. So yeah, it was a lot going on, and I always say alcohol and guns don't mix. It don't mix. I never really met a lot of people who can handle their alcohol. Not in my community. The people that I've been around, now it's a lot of people in my community. I'm not saying my color or my race. I'm saying my community. In my community, it's a lot of different races. Hispanics, is blacks, is white. And my knowledge, every time something go on or activity go on, somebody's getting shot. And it's not just African American people. It's people of different races. So, but anyway, that's what happened. I went from a wheelchair. I had to be wheelchair bound for like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. That didn't work. I got a 1-year-old. Of course it didn't work. Got a 15-year-old. She can't take care of my 1-year-old, so I had to take care of my child. So they had to take the hard rail down my pelvic, put some kind of plate in my pelvic in the place of my pelvic bone, and then kind of like they did that, and then after that they had to do a hip replacement on my right leg, and they had to cut me open 2 times. So I got like a Y. It's a line down my leg, the right side of my leg, and then there's like a Y at the top part of my leg. So yeah, I went from a wheelchair to what is that? Not crutches, a walker. And then I went from a walker to crutches. Then I went from a crutches to cane. I got nerve damage. I don't know if the hospital did it. I don't know if it happened when I got into the accident. But I got nerve damage. My kids are okay, they say. My daughter, my 15-year-old, it was traumatic for her. I mean, it'd be traumatic. She didn't know I got shot in the head till I was in the hospital. No one came to visit me. No one barely called me. I was so messed up they wanted to put me in a nursing home / rehabilitation center because I had no family come to visit me, and they felt that they couldn't, I couldn't go home to get released. So they told me to walk up some stairs. I was in there for like 10 or 11 days, and they told me to walk upstairs, and then they can let me loose. So I started to walk up the stairs. They finally, after that, they let me loose. My dad was taking me to appointments. He bitched and hollered about all that. So yeah, it was a mess. And I'm realizing that a lot of people who I felt that was really there for me, who I've been there for them when they got in the hospital, when things happened to them, I was there for them, but they wasn't there for me. I kind of look at that, and I kind of, try to analyze people. And God is changing me. He's dealing with my characters through my adversity. He is showing me that I have been a pushover, that I'm kind of too nice to people. People kind of like trying to take advantage of me and different things like that. So yeah, it's been a lot. I've been going through a lot. I'm in the process of getting divorced. I'm claiming that I'm single. I feel that I'm single. The dad is not around because he was abusive. I'm also a domestic violence survivor. He was abusive. I don't trust him around my children because he's a narcissist. So I took narcissistic classes and courses and stuff, and I had to learn how to deal with him. And that basically said to deal with a narcissist is to have no contact. So it's hard. I got to go through courts. And it seemed like that's the only time that he can get himself together is when the court system is telling him to do something. I don't need that. I know how to be a mother. I was always a mother. I also have a 15-year-old at the moment. So yeah, this is part one of my life story, what I've been through. Stay tuned for part two. Thank you guys.